Okay, 2 minutes. People come in, ask for white wines, but want a dry wine. Okay, now we're looking and say, can you show me your dry white wines? I don't want a sweet one. Okay, dry white wine is less than 10 grams per litre residual sugar. So we get a wine, we ferment it, sugars turn to alcohol. Okay, if there's any sugars left, we rate it in how many grams per litre, and that dictates, it sits on a scale of the sweetness level of the wine. Okay, things in this country, we have seen poorly put together menus with a sweetness chart on, which actually is more to do with a fruitiness chart, really. It's not officially which wines are sweet and not sweet. So it confuses things. So for example, New Zealand Sauvignon, this one here, less than 10 grams per litre, it is officially dry. But there's lots of passion fruit and grapefruit, so therefore we interpret that it balances off the acidity and we class it as a bit more fruity, i.e. sweet. You've got ones like here, Picpoul, Certico from Greece, Torrontés from Argentina. They're all very mineral-led, not as much fruit-led wine. So we're going to come across a lot more dry and mineral, okay? Demi-sec. This is your Chenin Blanc from France, Vouvray, and it says demi-sec on it. That means half dry. Okay, now this actually has more than 10 grams per litre residual sugar, so it actually comes across a lot more sweet on the tongue. You can really get the sugar. Lusciously sweet wines, things like Sauternes, Tokai, again, they can be still high in alcohol, they can be well made with lots of acidity to balance them. They're not too sickly, but the difference is phenomenal. That has got residual sugar left in bountiful measures. And you're going to get candied fruits and apricots and all sorts on your tongue. It's wonderful. Sparkling wine, finally, just an absolute mine. You know, they completely do it differently. We've decided to use the word dry when we mean not dry, just to really confuse us all. So, the driest one is Brut Nature, no added dosage, no added sugar concentrate at the end, okay, because we do add it in sparkling wine again, just another difference in winemaking techniques. Then we'll have things like Extra Brut, Brut, Extra Dry, which is less dry than Brut. Then we've got Dry, which is less dry again, Demi-sec and sec. So it becomes quite confusing. What you think is, you know, it says dry on the bottle, you think it's going to be dry, but actually that's going to come across quite fruity on your tongue because it's got a bit more residual sugar. So anyway, have a play around with them. It is a bit, you know, boggles your mind because everyone does it differently, but most of our white wines are dry. It's a fruit scale you kind of really need to consider unless you're going into the actual world of demi-secs and sweet wines like Sauternes and things like that. Anyway, hope it clears up a little bit. Drop in the comments you want. Enjoy your wine.